Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the University of Manchester Middle East Centre Dubai webinar on Learn How Time Management Skills Can Help You Start Your MBA. I'm your host for tonight. Thank you for joining us. My name is Samreen Essen. I'm a program counselor with University of Manchester Middle East Centre Dubai. And joining in with me is my colleague, Helen Burns. She's a student advisor with University of Manchester. Hi, Helen.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Very warm welcome to you.
And let's not forget our two most important guests of the evening, our two current students who are currently pursuing their MBA with the University of Manchester and who are here to share their experiences, their journey, their ongoing MBA, and especially when we all know that we are going through these difficult times of COVID-19. So I can assure you that this will be a very useful session for you in taking your important decision about pursuing your MBA degree. Hello and good evening, Ramy.
Good evening, Samreen. Good evening, everyone.
And hi, Hiba.
Hi, Samreen. Good to be with you today.
Yes, absolutely. So I'd just like to give you an introduction of Ramy. He's a Vice President, Global Market Units and member of Corporate Strategy Executive Team of Comviva Technology, part of Mahindra Group. He's based in Dubai. And Hiba, she is a Business Development Manager with New Zealand Trade and Enterprise, and she is from Saudi Riyadh. So I'm going to ask you a lot of questions and there are a lot of exciting topics to cover with regards to your MBA journey. But before I go into that, I'd like to give an overview about the University of Manchester. So I'm sure our attendees, our audience are joining in, and we will continue with our presentation. At the same time, we can have maximum people joining in between. So let's start with my presentation. So, like I said, so before I start off with this overview about the University of Manchester, I would like to say that the University of Manchester is one of the top-notch universities in the world, founded in 1824, nearly 200 years old. It is established in the vibrant city of Manchester, second largest city beside London, and also known for being one of the largest industrial cities in the world. We are home to 25 Nobel Prize winners, so this indicates the standing of the university for its excellence in delivering the world-class education along with a dedicated teaching faculty. Its prominent presence also in ongoing researches in various important areas. For example, the university is playing an important role working with NHS in providing valuable input for the development of the vaccines for COVID-19. The University of Manchester is ranked 27th in the world as per the QS World University Rankings 2021. Particularly for the MBA ranking, we are ranked 45th in the world, 11th in Europe, 5th in the UK, as per the Financial Times ranking 2020. And this again shows the eminence of its name around the world. The MBA is also triple accredited. It's a triple accredited program, and only few of the universities in the world have the privilege of offering you a degree which is accredited by Triple Crown accreditations, which are Association of Amber, AACSB, which is a North American accreditation body, and EQUIS, which is a European accreditation body. Here in the Middle East, we were established in 2006, and since then, we have been successfully delivering the MBA program along with other master's programs this is the most preferred and popular center chosen by many of our students joining us from around the globe who come and attend their workshops. We have graduated 1,700 plus students who have successfully completed their MBA and have hosted 100 plus nationalities and supported 2,800 plus students. Hence, you can see yourself being a part of this strong network which spreads across the globe. We are currently offering the Manchester Global Part-time MBA that we'll be talking about in great length. We are also offering Kelly Manchester Global MBA, Masters in Educational Leadership and Practice, and Masters in Real Estate. And I'm sure you can get in touch with us anytime to get more details about the other programs that the University of Manchester offers. So that's I really like this part because this is the beautiful part of your MBA journey, that in the course of your second year of your MBA journey, you get to experience the international exposure. And this is where University of Manchester has 6 international centers established worldwide: Singapore, Dubai, Shanghai, Sao Paulo in Brazil, Hong Kong, and Manchester, where the main university is. And when you get to travel to these international centers, it provides you opportunity to connect with our international students who are joining you from diversified backgrounds. And this is the most important perspective of the University of Manchester, is to able to provide you with high quality education by bringing it to you. So in this, I would also like to tell you that when you start your MBA program, instead of you having to make changes to your life, to your job, or to the place that you're living, to go have your dreams come true by achieving your MBA degree, you can continue to pursue your MBA degree from wherever you are. And at the end, the degree which is awarded to you, it is the same degree that is awarded by the University of Manchester to everyone out there in the world. Therefore, this degree is world recognized. So now let's talk about the practical business education. The focus of the MBA is the practical approach to learning and then applying. So the unique method of teaching that is applied by the University of Manchester is learning by doing, which means, unlike the theoretical ways of teachings, the professor incorporates business themes, case studies taken from the world's largest industries and more focused on real life situations which are relevant as per the current global trends. So you can relate to it and put it into context and practice right away. It is also offered on a blended learning approach, which is a combination of online studies and face-to-face workshops that you get to attend. But however, I know at the moment we do understand your anxiety about traveling due to the current situation which is prevailing around the world. Hence, I can assure you the university is fully equipped to offer you workshops on virtual platforms. Also, in terms of online teachings, you will have access to your virtual university platform, which will allow you to access your course materials for each semester online and having easy access to your materials wherever you go. So gone are the days when we have to worry about having and carry around heavy materials, heavy, so now you can just, instead of having the hard copies, you can have your materials easy, accessible on your university platforms. Also, you will have access to the university online library, which is the largest library in the world, and the community forum, which will give you access to connect with students, network around the world. And let me tell you, we have 60,000 plus students under the umbrella of University of Manchester. You will be also working on the business projects, and the workings, the skills that you'll be inculcating in working of your business projects along with your peers allow you to put your learnings into the best practices. That means that, for example, the reports that you'll generate at the end of graduating with your MBA degree, these reports from your life business projects, or even the proposals that you have come up with that can actually be executed in running successful new businesses. And we have many of our students and alums who have some great examples and testimonies to share about their new businesses that they started off. So yes, that's also very important. Choice of electives. So choosing different specialized electives in the second year of the MBA, it's something that I would really look forward to, because this is the main highlight of the MBA program, that the university allows you to tailor your journey as per your preference. So you can easily customize your MBA program as per your requirements by choosing the right choice of electives. And again, I would emphasize on the importance and the important fact that this program is designed to cater to working professionals, hence it's the most flexible and portable program. Now with that, I would go back to my next slide, which my colleague Helen Burns, she's from the support and she's been supporting many students. She would give her thoughts about the program structure and how it is delivered by the University of Manchester. So Helen, over to you.
Thank you very much, Samreen. Very warm welcome to everyone on this Thursday evening. Thank you very much for attending today. What I would like to cover with you, which you are seeing on screen just now, is the Global MBA Structure. So the course, the program itself is over 2 years, over 4 terms. The first term would be the forthcoming term is either in the January or a July. You would study there 4 courses commencing. First one would be your business simulation project, which continues into the second term. This covers a 1-day workshop for you. The second course you would study is leading and managing in a global environment part A, which commences in the January as well with a 3-day workshop. So with simulation project and also leading and managing part A, you would have the 4-day total workshops commencing in the January itself. You would also study strategy and competition part A and operations and communicating value. Now, before you would start these studies, there is one course for you, which is the Manchester MBA preparation. Now, this course is not part of your program itself. It's there to help you. It may have been some time since you've done some studying, so there's lots of information within there on how to study, how to reference, on the likes of academic malpractice, and indeed there is also a practice assignment for you to submit where you would receive some feedback from the academic themselves. Moving on into the second term, you would study leading and managing in a global environment part B, business accounting and finance, and if you notice there, just slightly out of term, is strategy and competition part B. This specific course commences either in the May or the November time, depending on the intake. Moving on into your second year of study, you would start to commence your live business project with yourself and your group members. This covers the 2 terms, so 12 months in total. And then this is where you have the opportunity to start studying your electives or optional courses. So you would study 2 optional courses in your 3rd term and 1 more optional course in your final 4th term. Also, during your studies, you would be invited to attend many of our networking events, our career seminars, our online alumni speaker events, etc. So please, we would definitely keep you up to date with all of those events, and it would be beneficial if you could try to attend as many as you possibly can. What you're now seeing is just a typical first term course. So I've already touched on the Manchester MBA preparation. You would start this before your term officially commences. You would always have access to Manchester MBA preparation throughout your studies. So if you did need to refer back to it during that time, you can do so. One of the first courses would be Leading and Managing in a Global Environment, Part A. Now, the typical course structure for you, just to allow you to have an understanding, you're assessed in two ways. One would be done during the workshop itself, where yourself and your group members would be working on the teachings from the academic, and more than likely on the very last day, the third day of the workshop, you would submit your presentation. And it's from this that you are assessed. That is your first assessed piece of work. Later in the term, you would also have an individual assignment that you would submit online. All the course materials, everything that you need to study is available in your course in Blackboard. So there would be also what are called online lectures. Now, the online lectures are supplementary to the course. These are recorded for you. So if you're not able to attend the live session, they are available shortly afterwards to allow you to view the recordings. During the live sessions themselves, though, you have that opportunity to ask the academic questions then and there. Normally, during the online lectures or a course, they may have 3 or 4 online lectures throughout the duration of the 6 months itself. So, for example, they would have an online lecture at the start of the term to introduce you to the course, then later on the lead up to the workshop, then after the workshop, and certainly on the lead up to any individual assignments that you would be submitting. During your first term itself, you would have approximately 10 days in total of your residential workshops to attend, as well as I've already mentioned, the invitations that you would be receiving from the career side and also from the alumni side, as well as the other events for you to attend. I would also now like to touch on just a very small sample of the electives or optional courses that are available for you when you start your studies for these in your second year. The global support team would get in touch with you during the second term, providing you the details of the up-to-date list so that you can start to make your choices. There is a wide variety covering from entrepreneurship, strategic financial analysis. The list is very varied, and during your studies you would have access to one of the systems which is called the Student Information Area, where you can certainly view all the details of the electives. So I believe there is a total of about 27 altogether. Some of the electives run from 6 months duration, which would mean they would either start in the January and end in the June, or commence in the July and end in the December. But some of the electives are offered over a 2-month period, which means it's the exact same elective, but it's covered over, and you would study it over a shorter amount of time. Thank you very much for listening to me. At the moment, I would now like to pass back to my colleague Ramy.
Thank you so much, Helen, for your invaluable insight. Now going back to the part-time MBA options. So let me tell you that we have different part-time MBA options available for you to consider depending on the level of experience, your work experience. I already talked about the 24-month Global MBA. However, we also offer Finance Accelerated, which is an 18-month program for those who are coming from extensive financial backgrounds, holding professional qualifications such as ACCA and CIMA. And the third option is Global Accelerated MBA. Again, it's 18 months program for senior managers, high-level executives joining with at least 8+ years of senior management experience. This experience of yours provide an opportunity to you for completing your program within 1.5 years. So now talking about the Global Accelerated MBA, one of our current students, I guess, Ramy Moselhy, he is currently pursuing the Global Accelerated MBA. So now let's hear from them. Let's ask them questions to see what do they have to share with us. Ramy, are you with me?
Yes, I'm here, Samreen.
Wonderful. Ramy, I would like to ask you a very important question that many of our candidates ask us. What are the time management challenges to studying a Global Accelerated MBA or MBA program? And what did you do to help manage and overcome these?
I think the major challenge is that, like you present, Samreen and Helen as well, there is lots of subjects condensed in very condensed time. Lots of activities, lots of practice, which needs as well from people that is coming from different background to get familiarized from all of these topics. So this is a major challenge. Beside most of, I think, the students for Global MBA, they are currently working and have heavy work to do as well. So which is a major challenge, how you can cope with the study back, like Helen was just highlighting, how to manage your current work, family setup together with the intensive study program. In order to do that, yeah, I think if I just make it as an advice, I think the major part is how to enjoy. So this is a postgraduate studies. So you are going that you want to benefit yourself and your excel your knowledge, excel your capabilities. So if you just thinking from an enjoying journey perspective, it's like any things in the life, like enjoying sport or enjoying go to cinema. If you are enjoying the learning curve as well, you will find the time and allocate the proper time for this interesting study journey. Second point, like Helen was highlighting, it's the Manchester method, which is highlighting 2 key points: group work. So when you start this part, I think it is very important that besides that you allocate certain time a week and making your plan for the study, but it's very good that you can access your global students and global colleagues and think about delegating and how to work in a teamwork. This can benefit that, and this is, I think, the nature of business. You cannot do everything alone. So if you enjoying the setup of the global setup of this program from Manchester University, I think it build with your networking around the globe, build as well your capability to delegate and your capabilities as well to work in a global challenge with a global teamwork. If you do that, then you can pass it in a very, very smooth way, with
And
enjoying
the learn from each other. You learning from each other as well during that process.
Correct. Like you said, the global accelerated, all of the students are coming with huge background and huge intensive experience. So for sure, each day I'm learning from my colleagues as well. Someone is specialized in certain industry, in certain role. So he is will add, besides the doctor and professor, he adds his personal experience, which adds to the team and adds to myself as well as a student for the program. So enjoy, plan, but I will work with the Manchester method for how to work in a teamwork and reflect for the theories and the literature that you get exposed to during the learning journey.
Absolutely, absolutely, Ramy. I completely agree with you. So, Hiba, I would like to ask you, or I would like Helen to ask you a question. I'm sure we are receiving some questions on the chat box. So,
yes.
Helen, would you like to ask your question to Hiba?
Yes, thank you so much, Samreen. Hello, Hiba. My question for you is, how much time did you commit to the programme each week? And based on your experiences, what would you recommend others to consider as a way to manage time?
Hi, Helen. Hi, everybody. Thank you again for having me today. Well, just when you asking me the question, I remember that in the beginning, that was the question that I asked myself a lot. I had a lot of plans for it, and I was thinking that I thought I have the plan for it, but getting inside the experience is something else. My advice for everyone is to understand first why you are studying the MBA. And based on that, you will motivate yourself to find the time that you will need to spend in studying and reading. Back to your question, Helen, I'm actually spending around 15 to 17 hours weekly in reading, in working on assignments, but I'm quite flexible in terms of shall I study in working days or shall I study in weekends? Sometimes I study more in weekends, sometimes more in working days. So actually, we living in life that has a lot of events. So I'm quite flexible with myself, but overall, I'm spending around 17 to 15 hours in reading and working with the groups as well.
Thank you very much, Hiba. Samreen, I believe you have the next question for Ramy.
That's great. I'm going to ask Ramy a very important question. So, how would you define a healthy work-life study balance? I know that you just mentioned that you spend your time with your family, you take time out for your son, but at the same time, you're enjoying a lot studying your MBA program. So I want to know more about how do you manage that work-life balance? Like, how do you give enough time to each and every important segment in your life? Because MBA is equally important.
Yeah, exactly. Huh? Look, like you see, Hiba, she's very hardworking, 15 hours a week, well planned. I would say, sometimes when you enjoy subject again, I think you can find some time a week that you can dedicate them. But things as well, like in life, you have to be agile and dynamic. So sometimes you can be overloaded during the weekend and having some family commitments, so you cannot spend that much time a week for dedicated for the studying. But you have to balance and recover back in the second week or the third weekend. And this is, I think, everyone can have like the self-management of his time and adjusting the study plan together with any other thing. But in general, as an advice, I think the study, it's like work. So you have beside your work, plus beside your family commitment, you have to dedicate some priorities as well for your study program. So how to manage it? I think if you ask me, sometimes someone thinks that it's a pain, but when you're enjoying it, it becomes not a pain. It becomes like you are missing something, and it is in your mind that you have to excel it, and you have to search. I have to finish this job, not just as a job, but it's as well as for your personal commitment and your personal development. You enjoy that. You need to understand the topic well and reading as much as you can. So because it's for your learning curve as well. So in general, how to balance? I think if you are enjoying the subject and enjoying the studies, most of the students are self-funding or having a commitment from their their companies as well for this executive program. So yeah, with such commitment, it needs a personal commitment as well, that you have to balance all of the challenges in life together with the program as well. But when you put it in mind that you are enjoying the intensive experience, intensive topics inside the program, you will feel that you are enjoying. You are not wasting time. You are actually making a big achievements in your life and your yeah, for lots of aspects. So it's enjoy again, and yeah, don't take it like a topic that yeah, I like work. I have to go from 8 to 8 to work.
Absolutely.
Yeah, try to enjoy.
No,
Sorry, Samir.
I absolutely agree with you, and I like the part when you said that when sometimes you feel that you're lagging behind in covering the topics and the things that you have to do, you always try to make it up the next week. Whereas Hiba
Yes.
spends like 15 to 17 hours, she makes sure that she's on track. But with you, because you know that it is important for you, so you do get back on track. As long as you're on the track, you are committed to your MBA. So that's what matters. So with that, Hiba, I would like to ask you a question now. Ramy, you said something?
No, that's all, Samir. Thank you. No.
All right, thank you. So the program is very flexible. What Ramy said, that we can always keep it up as long as we are following what has been, instructed from the professors and faculty in each semester. So the program is very flexible. Would you recommend extending the program duration, or rather you just put yourself under the pressure and complete it within the given time period? Because as we are all aware that as a policy from the university, we do get 5 complete our program.
Yeah, I think it's depending very much on the person, nature, and his plan. So if you ask me personally, my plan is to finish on time. So even when in the beginning of the semester, when we had the choices to have, for example, less subject to study in semester number 1, I have chosen to go for the standard plan. So for me, I prefer to have a plan. And my plan is to finish it on time, because also it depends also on the person plan for his career and what he wants to do next. I don't know. It's a nice option. It depends on everyone's circumstances. It could be very suitable for one person, and it's nice to have options in life. So that's good. But for me, I think I'm gonna follow. In 2 years, I would like to finish it. So I hope I can accomplish my goal.
Absolutely. And but at the same time, we can go with the stress-free thought that we have enough time to complete our program.
Definitely. Don't put pressure on yourself. Ramy has said that you need to enjoy life and enjoy studying, because the learning curve is really interesting. The information you're getting is a lot, and you need to make sure that you're observing the learning you're having, because again, back to Manchester method, you are learning by doing, right? So give yourself time to understand and observe, and just set up your plan and make sure that you know what is your next step. Yeah. Thank you. Samreen, can you hear me? Ramy, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, Hiba. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
I think there's some I hope our audience are hearing us well. There was a disturbance in between, but I'm sure now it's fine. I can hear you. So,
yeah.
So talking about having a plan, and talking about not being under pressure, and then also knowing that we are actually in the current scenario, the crisis of COVID-19. So I'd like to ask this question to Ramy. With regards to the current pandemic, we're all going through some adjustments in our personal and professional lives. You just told me before this event started that you're working from home till the end of the year. So we all have adjusted. I'm sure Hiba would agree with this as well. So this is happening globally. So how would I'd like to, now people are putting new practices new way of working, new way of doing things. And recently, you both have attended your workshops virtually. So I would like to ask Ramy, first of all, how was your experience? Did you feel any negative impact on the learning compared to the initial workshops that you were able to attend face to face?
Okay, let me start first, Samreen. I think the major part of the pandemic started to happen like the second half of last March. Total lockdown for most of the cities, even here in Dubai. Huh? And during that, we were studying or in the middle of the semester. Huh? I can tell everyone this was a very good opportunity actually. Yet during this dead time, so we have dedicated even more time for the study. So it was very good for instead of having just watching TV or trying to find something to do. So you were having lots of things that you can do and you can enjoy by studying as well. So this was like, was a good part to pass the total lockdown period. If I see it from now, I think from a working experience, the challenge is not only for the study, but the challenge is for all of our working environment. And I think all of the reports about the future of the working environment, it is seen that our normal work will be changing significantly to have a balance between remote and in-premises work. So what we have learned and what we have experienced during the last time is that having tools like Zoom, WhatsApp, or the tools from Manchester University like the Blackboard, I think it facilitates a lot that all of the discussions, even with the professor and doctors, I would say that it has went very smooth. So the first remote workshop, everyone was worried from the university, from us as well as the students. We were very worried how this will fly, but it went with a very good experience. And what we added as a group as well, if you as well gather, and this is what I have done with my colleagues, we gathered as a group in some place, and we enjoyed even the remote workshop together. So we already had the interaction together, and between us as one of the teamwork, and the university was very dynamic to allocate us to the setup that we want, and this was very good experience. So it's still like the challenge faced by the working environment, and every company has tried to find with their customers as well to find the proper remote communications that can support to access the customer, access the colleagues, access the company. I think from the study perspective, with the tool allocated from the university and for the students, you have all of the material from the online lectures to follow up on the study schedule, or from the virtual workshops and the remote communication to interact between the groups themselves to do their group work together. So I have not seen the pandemic as a big challenge rather than an opportunity to dedicate more time for the learning study itself.
That's great. That's great to hear that you actually utilize all that time into something which will be fruitful for you in future. Hiba, before I ask you a question next, so that's really great things coming from you, Ramy. I would like to know about your experience, because I know, Hiba, you have also attended the virtual workshops.
Yeah, actually, it's the best investment I did.
Hiba, are you able to hear me?
Yes, can you hear me? I hear you all right. Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Yes, Hiba, we can hear you.
Yes, so what I was saying, I think this is my best investment that I did during the pandemic, that I'm doing the learning that I wanted to do since a long time, and I have the time for it, and this is the key. So instead of going to the office and spending lots of time in the street, then you come back to home exhausted, and still you have your family commitment and a friend commitment and social life. Then I have more time to study and actually to finish important courses that maybe I wouldn't finish it in regular time. So pandemic, actually, I see it as a bonus. Unfortunately, this is the situation, but it's giving me more time to study.
Okay.
Yeah,
so now just talking about the family and giving time to family. Are you able to hear me now?
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I was just saying that you mentioned family and you mentioned giving some time to family, and of course we all need some time for ourselves. So as we are all as expats, I just want to know, many of us do not have a wider family support. Does that make studying more challenging, or you feel it can be like, how do you feel about that?
Very frankly, you of course need someone to talk to share the experience and to tell your feelings. This is 100% true. Luckily enough, I have my family here with me in Riyadh, and that's something I enjoy. But again, sometimes I feel guilty because I don't have the time for them. So a lot of time when I see my friends who are studying or singles and they are in the country alone and they are dedicated more time for the course, then I feel okay. At least they don't feel guilty. So if you are alone and not in home but in the city that you are in and you're doing your MBA, I think make sure that you meet with your family, your friends. Don't just cut your social life. Speak to them again remotely on Zoom, on video calls. But this is, I just want to say, this will give you no guilty feeling. You will have more time to study and focus, which is, again, I think, and somehow this could be a bonus.
That's a very good thing. I think that really applicable in such situations now, nowadays. So I think I had my questions. I would ask Helen, because I know we have some questions coming in from our audience. They're ongoing. So Helen, would you like to ask any question to our?
Yes, hi Samreen. We do. We have quite a lot of questions. There is one question which is actually for both Hiba and Ramy. Did their MBA experience help you professionally with your career, and did it pave the way for senior management positions?
Can I go first, Ramy? Yeah, me? Okay. So definitely yes. So it's my first semester with the Manchester University, and within the subject that I'm taking currently, it has an impact on how you think about business models, how you're thinking about establishing new businesses. So definitely, I would say yes, it has a very good impact. In addition to the subject you're studying, also you have the relationship that Ramy has highlighted that you're going to have with colleagues. So they're going to provide some very good insights that you can use in the project you're working on together and also afterwards. So I would say yes, definitely.
Thank you so much, Hiba. Ramy?
Yes, Helen. So adding to what Hiba said, I am coming from pure engineering background. And even when you are getting promoted inside your company for senior management positions, yes, you learn a lot by practice, but still you are missing key fundamental learning that adds for you. So understanding the proper knowledge about accounting, finance, for example, it's a topic new for engineering graduates. Understanding global economies or operations, it adds a lot. So for sure, when you get the proper academics and proper knowledge about what you are doing in the right way, it adds for you as first to strengthen your capabilities and your management style, even for your company. Besides that, the global nature of the program, and it adds as well global understanding of the global business dynamics and interactions, as well, like Hiba said, with the teamwork, but with the theories that you studied, it adds a lot for the professional way that you are address lots of business decisions and lots of business situations that you are getting in real life. So this is very important. Like Helen, you presented the different centers around the globe for the university. In the global business, you have to understand different cultures, interact with different culture, and understand the importance of mixing the cross understanding of different cultures and how this relate to business. So this adds a lot as well for your career progression. On top of that, like everyone assessing whether to do MBA or not, for sure to add the card as you are an MBA graduate, it adds for your promotion. But more important than just to have the title or the certificate is that to benefit and enjoy the learning curve that will add for you a sustainable growth for your capabilities and yeah, for your personal and professional careers for sure.
Thank you so much, Ramy. There's some questions that have come in from Khalid, which if I may answer for you, Khalid. You're asking if you get caught up with work, would you still be able to join on the second or third day of your workshop? The workshop attendance is mandatory for you, so you would need to attend all days of the workshop. But if, of course, if circumstances happen, you know, perhaps you fall sick, etc., what we would suggest to you is to please get in touch with your student advisor as early as you possibly can so that we can look into options available for you. It may be, you know, as an indication that if you're just not able to attend workshop sessions, you could request to complete one of the individual assignments. But normally to make this request, you would need to complete the mitigating circumstances form. And outside, you know, the circumstances with COVID-19, students can only avail that opportunity twice. But we can certainly offer you advice, you know, with regards to that. And Khalid, you're also asking how many lectures would you have in a week between the first workshop in January and the second workshop in March. The lectures is perhaps not the term, because during the course of the 6 months, for example, for leading and managing or the other courses, you would have approximately altogether during that period 4 online lectures, which I mentioned are available for you recorded if you're not able to attend the live session. But out with that, everything that you need is available in the course in Blackboard, and you would have access to 2 very important documents within your course. One is called the course syllabus, which is an overview of the course itself and what you would be getting taught during the course of the 6 months. And the other document is called the course study schedule or study plan. And this is on a week-by-week basis of what you should be studying. Now that could be, for example, you need to view the likes of videos that the academic has posted, you need to do your own research, or indeed you may need to do sections, you know, to refer to sections of the ebook that the academic is referring you to. So everything that you need is available for you in Blackboard. And then within that, you know, you may be doing your readings, etc. So kind of average on time, you're talking about 15 hours average for your studies, depending on what course you're studying and the topics that you need to study for each of the courses as well. I hope that helps to answer your questions there. I have one question as well, which I would like, which has been raised by Remo, and it is advising, how do you see the local workshops going forward? Samreen, could I ask you to help with this one?
Yes. So at the moment, we are looking into having workshops on the virtual platform. But at the same time, we are working very closely with the University of Manchester and adhering by whatever instructions that are coming in. So for the Jan first semester, we are looking into having workshops at virtual platform. but I can assure you that will have no impact on your learning outcome. As Ramy said earlier, that you will get the same face-to-face time. You have to commit yourself for the 5 to 6 days that you'll be coming to attend your workshops. But the only difference would be that you'll be doing it from home, but you will have ample of time, the same learning time from the professors and the faculty. You will have breakout rooms to have your preparations, the group works that you'll require to do with your peers. You will get chance to do that during the workshops. So in the starting Jan 2021, we are looking at virtual platform, but going forward, let's hope for the best, and let's hope we are out of this COVID situation as soon as we can. So I hope I'm able to answer your question. So Helen, do we have any other question that we can ask, because we still have time?
Yes, we do actually. Samreen, I believe this is also, the next. Yeah, I believe this question is also for yourself, Samreen. The question is from Tariq. Hello, Tariq. And it's, what time is perfect to start the MBA, January or July, in terms of candidates or diversity of backgrounds or other advantages? What would you suggest, Samreen? Hello, Samreen, can you hear me? Hello, Samreen. I think maybe there is some connection issues with. Oh, hello.
Okay.
Can you hear me,
yes,
Samreen?
I can hear you, Helen.
Yeah. Sure. Hi.
Yes, Helen, I can.
Yes. So the question
Ramy,
was,
were you able to hear?
Yes, we can hear you, Samreen.
Yes. Samreen, the question was, what is the best time to start the MBA, either the January or the July intake, comparing to the candidates and diversity of the candidates?
Okay, so from my perspective, I would say that the right time to start your MBA, the minute that thought gets into your mind that I have to get my MBA degree. It's not about January, it's not about July, it's about your commitment. Like, everybody has a vision. Your vision is your commitment. And if you think that this thing is crossing your mind, that I want to get my MBA degree, you should seriously start working on it immediately. So this is my way of looking at things. But talking about the start of the time, I don't really think it matters. Most people prefer, like, people are working in different industries, so it depends. Some people are looking at starting new things from the start of the new year. Some people like to take it in the middle of the year so they can give more time. So I think it varies person to person. But yes, from my point of view, if I have something in my mind, I'll start working on it right away. So any thoughts on this, Ramy or Hiba? What do you guys think? What is the right time to start your MBA?
I think I totally agree with you, Samreen. Whenever you are having the idea in mind, just go for it. For my experience with Samreen, I thought about it. It was in July, just after they finished the intake of July round. So I just waited for the January intake to start my study. So whenever, the most nearest time is the best for sure. But it doesn't matter whether you start in July.
I agree with your point, Samreen and Ramy.
Absolutely.
I don't think there's difference between January and July. It's you will have the same courses, the same subject. So it's your plans.
Thank you so much. I think that we still have time for one or two more questions. So the question, Samreen, would possibly be for yourself. This is from Rahaf. Do you recommend studying the MBA for someone who already has studied business administration as a bachelor degree, or is it better to enroll in a different master's program? What are your thoughts on this one?
Thank you, Helen. We have seen for many years that students have joined us from diversified career backgrounds and industries and education. So it really doesn't matter what education that you have pursued in the past. What matter is evolving personally and professionally. And when we are thinking about evolving personally and professionally, we are looking for a bigger picture. And bigger picture means that I want to see myself at a leadership level, or I want to work at the top-notch position in the company, or I want to, check out the international market and the top-notch industry. Or maybe for some people, it's starting up your own business. I know many of my students who have graduated successfully and they have started up their own businesses and they're running it. So I think it's not about what qualification you have, as long as you are fulfilling the requirements of the university for applying for the MBA program. Because at the end, when you're getting this degree, when you're achieving your goals and this degree is in your hand, the whole world is open for you to explore whatever you want to do, and at leadership level, or you want to work at, or whether you want to start your own business. So it really doesn't matter if you're coming from a business administration education qualification, or whether you are even having a BSc in pharmacy or biomedical, or you're a doctor. We've got doctors on the program who are actually working at, we had a heart surgeon. So I know that this is the diversity that the University of Manchester provides you, to come together, to know from each other, to learn from each other. So that really doesn't matter. What matter is that how strong are your aims and aspirations to achieve those goals. Thank you, Helen. I hope this was useful.
Thank you so much, Samreen. I believe that's all the questions that we have at the moment. Is there any last thoughts from Ramy or Hiba before we finish the session?
It is just one point, Helen, for the last question that Samreen has just answered. I have one friend in my group. Is actually business administration graduate with CMA certificate. So when I had some discussion with him, like the question that has been raised, I think like Samreen was raising, there is a difference in the experience of the MBA program rather than the business administration core studies in the undergrads. So exposure for lots of other material, management style, cross experience about how to establish a new work and assess it. So it adds different type of experience and different type of learning than the bachelor program or even the master program of just business administration.
Thank you so much, Ramy. Hiba, any last thoughts?
Yeah, just my advice is just keep in mind this is a big commitment. It's a huge investment. You're putting a lot of efforts. It is really fun. It's fun. It is something that you're gonna see its impact in the future. Be serious about it if you're interested in it, and just make up your plan and go for it.
Thank you so much, Hiba. Thank you both very much. Samreen?
Thank you.
So now I know everybody is thinking about how to apply. So I'm just going to take you very, very simply through the process of submitting your application. So first thing I'd like to tell you is that when you are thinking about considering applying for your MBA program, you have to first get in touch with one of our program counselors, including myself, and that you can do by asking for a callback request by going on our university website. So the application process is actually in two parts. First, where you're required to submit the important documents like your bachelor's degree, your educational certificate, updated resume, and providing references. Nothing tough, just the referee's name and email, so university can send them a link providing recommendation on your behalf. So almost this is the first part of the application. This would also require you to submit a personal statement, which will be approximately, the first one would be approximately around 400 words, describing about your career journey, your achievements, and second would be all about expressing your ambition, your aspiration for joining with University of Manchester. So once you have submitted the application, then the second part, you will be required to take Manchester admission test. So let me tell you, you don't have to worry about sitting for any separate tests, for example, like GRE, GMAT, IELTS, as we have our own testing systems, which is a part of your application process. So once you have taken that test, and again, you can get in touch with our program counselors to assist you with like how you will be sitting for that test and how you will be starting your application. So once you get in touch with your program counselors, they will also be able to determine your eligibility to guide you on the right track of the programs that we offer. So yes, again, you can visit our website, which is manchester.ac.ae. And then I would also now talk about the most important thing, which is the program cost. So the full cost of the program is 36,297 Great British Pound, but that can be payable in easy 4 installments. So you will be paying every semester, which is every 6 months. For those people who are looking to make the entire payment upfront, they can benefit out of the incentive of 9% discount on the total tuition fee that is offered by the University of Manchester. At the moment, the university is also offering a limited time period. The university is offering an early bird discount, which is up to 10%. So for those of you who are looking to get this discount, you make sure that you submit your application before this month ends. We also offer corporate discounts that are up to 15%. That varies from how many people are joining from the same organization. So more than 2 to 3 people who are joining from the same organization, the university offers 15% discount on the total tuition fee. You can see from the screen the regular fee and how's the breakout between each semester installments and how you have to pay each semester installments. And you can also see that if you end up getting the 10% discount, how you would be paying the tuition fee in your upcoming 2 years. Different social media handles. So you can see our latest events that are taking place. You can check the recordings of our webinars and on masterclasses that took place on important topics by visiting our social sites. You can take note of the screen, and of course we will be sharing this presentation with all of you, so you can if any one of you have missed out on any important part of the event, you can definitely listen to it again and make your important decision. So with this, I conclude my today's event. I hope this was useful for making your important decision for pursuing your MBA program. My sincere thanks to Ramy and Hiba and my colleague Helen for joining me in this event. And I'm really, really thankful, and I'm very humble to all of you for being a part of this. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Samreen. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, Samreen. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And all of you take very good care of yourself. And just remember, we are always there to assist you, to help you, to guide you, to make it easy for you to make your important decision for joining the University of Manchester. So take care and have a very good night, all of you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.